Okay, why are we going vertical? Why did we go vertical? I want horizontal. Because I like that format far better than vertical. Oh, shit. There we go. No, we can turn the locality off now. And you go to our stream here. Profile, stream manager. Welcome in to a brand new series we're going to be doing here on the channel. This is basically a scale modeling on Saturday. I kind of want to do these a little bit earlier in the day, but we had company come over, so we were unable to do it earlier. And the reason I do that is Saturday I go to my model clubs, so I'm already got my modeling stuff somewhat out, and yeah, I can just keep going from what I do on model club. Now I'm going to be working on different kits separate my model club kits and these kits purely for continuity purposes on the stream. Some of the stuff you probably won't be seeing as frequently will be like me doing my airbrushing and spray painting, because one, I don't want to get paint all over my phone. It shouldn't happen anyways, but it's also it's loud, and it's kind of an awkward thing for me to do at the moment. Until I figure out a better way to do that, you'll just see the assembly and decal and weathering process from that part. Now, I might have the stream running and monitoring chat while you guys are out, or while I'm out painting. So yeah. So into the kit we're doing. I'm going to be doing Eduard's BF110E model. And here they give a pretty extensive history on the E model. I'm really bad at reading scripts and stuff, so I'll just zoom in on that. And if you want to take a read, it's got a lot of good information on the BF110 in here. It doesn't just cover the E models and the ones that are in this kit. Tilt. There we go. So another thing that they do on the front, you get one paint scheme option here on the front too with decal placements. And they give a little bit of insight on the wasp emblem. Here they give you all of your parts that are contained in the kit. That includes the pre-cut masks, my photo etch, and all the parts that aren't included because they're from different variants of the 110. All of this here, except for, if I can get this to come over a little bit. These rotor pedals have not been built and assembled yet, and I'll get into that after we get to the instructions. Instrument panel, we're going to go with the photo etch because they do not provide a decal sheet for the instrument panel. What I like to normally do is just decal over the instrument panel if it has raised detail like this, but they did not include it in this kit. And this is just them buttoning it up. Only thing with this step up here Can I control camera zoom? It would be nice if I could control camera zoom. Yeah, okay, that works, I guess. So, yes, the photo etch hasn't been applied, and that's mainly because this photo etch is pre-colored, and because it's pre-colored, which I'll show you the photo etch fret to show what that means. I don't want to have that detail on here when I am painting the aircraft. So tonight we'll get the rudder pedals painted up, and then we'll move on to this back portion here. This is like your radio operator and your gunner area. So here in this step, we'll build up his bucket seat. I'll exclude the seat cushion because it's going to be a different color. It's going to be like a leather. And basically, I'm just going to build up the pieces that are going to be painted the color that is the interior color. Because what I want to do is I want to hit all of my interior pieces the interior color at the same time. It's faster. We'll probably end somewhere on this page. We'll probably have the seat built up. That'll probably just be about it for this, looking at what this instruction sheet's showing. We'll have these cut out, sanded down, if I deem that they're really enough to need that. What color are those drums getting painted? Flat black, okay. Okay, well, we'll probably do some work on these fuselage walls as well. And basically all this will be prepped for paint. Then I'll probably paint sometime during the week. It's not on a Saturday. And here we got fuselage assembly with the nose gun bay assembly. And you can open up some wing holes for, I'm going to guess that's the underside, and that's for the drop tank or bombs. This is the landing gear. And it starts going into the engine nacelle assembly. And we get a repeat sort of step here when we start building up more, and you'll get the wing done. And then you join the wings to the fuselage. You get your empennage all squared away here. Your ailerons. More landing gear. Very complex looking landing gear on the 110. And then you have your exhausts here. And you're doing some light finishing touches on the wings. You got your canopy. You got two options here with the canopy. You can do it open, or you can do it closed. You can do different sections open and closed as you see fit. We're probably going to do canopy open. I like to do my models as open as I can get them. I'm going to try my best to get this nose to be displayed in an open position so you can see the gun bay. We'll see how it turns out. Now we're getting into markings. I'm not going to do this one or this Night Fighter. As much as I really want to do the winter camouflage, um, I'm a little scared of the nose decal on this one. They cut this up into a bunch of pieces, but it's this underside here. There's these like gas exhaust ports on the underside of the fuselage, and you have to contour the decal to it, and I really don't feel comfortable with doing that. I've had some bad experience with contouring decals around no the shape of the nose is like this, so probably not going to go that route for it. Now this is the one we are going to do. We're going to do JG77 from Finland. And it's the Ocean Hounds, which we have a little resin Ocean Hound that's going to sit in one of the seats and have her paws up on the rail of the canopy. So that's the one we're going with for this one. And this is all of my stenciling. This is all of your common data. So, like, this is where your first aid is. This is where your life raft is. Station number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Measurement was really good about putting the station number on each skin. So yes. Now, I did receive this kit as a gift. Somebody in my model club kindly donated the kit to me. They had done a little bit of work on it, as I mentioned. Some things have been done, and so we have a little throttle quadrant here already built up. It sticks a little bit from traveling around in the box and rallying in the box for a couple of years now. So it's not in the most straight position, and that's okay. And we got this side console here already glued in. Also already cut from the sprue, we have this pilot seat. That one would be the one that goes like right here. And we got the flat instrument panel for the photo etch one. You can just dry fit it in. Fits really nicely in here. We also have this plate for securing, I believe, the underbelly guns. I could be wrong on that. And we have the rear seat also already separated. So, yes. But our first step will be doing the rudder pedals, because I think we can just go ahead and do those, glue those in, and be fine. I don't think they get painted any other color other than the strap on them. So this is how the photo etch arrives. It comes in this baggie. You get 2 frets. You get this pre-painted one where the instrument panel is in 2 pieces. Then you got the seat belts also pre-colored. The problem I have with these is the backs aren't pre-colored. So if you want to do any like complex bending on the seat belt, you have to paint the backs as well. But outside of that, they're not bad. My main hesitancy with doing photo etch instrument panels is I feel like they lack a certain amount of depth that would normally be present with taking the plastic one, laying a decal over the top of it. Now let's get that. Now the other fret, I should show you the other fret. This is a thicker material. These are your radiator grills for the wing radiators. They're nothing to really write home about. So I kind of wanted to pick an overall theme for this year as I was doing this. I wanted to do the year of Germany. So pretty much everything I'm going to do this year on stream will be German. For this, I have the BF110, which is what we're starting right now. And we also have a Junkers 87, a Junkers 88, both in 48. I have a 48. Basically, everything I'm going to name right now is 48. Merchant 109E 3 or E4, 109 E4 Tropical, Focke-Wulf 190A5, Fokker DR1. Because I have on in 48. Focke-Wulf 189. I don't know about that kit. That kit might not get built. We'll see. 48. I think that's about it. 48. Then in 72nd, I have a BF109 G. I then have a Gotha G4, and then in 72nd, I also have the S100. Oh, in 48th, I also have a 410. We're going to have a long list of stuff to choose from. We also have a Panzer III, if you wanted to see some armor. Yeah, and then a 32nd Fokker DR1 as well. So, let's get to building. We're looking for sprue J. And sprue J would be that small one. Confirm that we're on sprue J. We are on sprue J. We are looking for 28, which is this right here. I'll also have that present. Let me go grab my little toolkit, and I will be back shortly. Okay, I got the toolkit here. I don't really need that glue. I need this glue. I really don't need that. I can just use this one. The thing to put the glue on. And then I need the X-Acto. I don't know what channel this is. It's wacky. Oh, not 107, so I need to go the other way. No, that's too new. So step one will be actually, instead of using that, we will go on to here and fold up our rudder pedals. And I'm going to lower this down a little bit so you can get a better view of what is going on here. That might be it. Okay, now, if you were a sane person, you would have a tool for doing what I'm about to do. I don't, and I'm a barbarian. So I'll take that like so. It's not really wanting to focus. Oh, fuck. Gotta be careful with doing this stuff. God damn, I gotta go the other way still. So it's less wacky. Yeah, it sounds like gum. I don't want to do that. So what I'm trying to do here is the footrest of a Messerschmitt rudder pedal. And you'd be familiar with this if you use the wind wing, not the wind wing, the what's the MFG crosswinds with the Messerschmitt pedal. There's a little footrest thing here at the base. So basically, you strap your feet in instead of like with the traditional Cessna where you slide your foot down onto the floorboard and then you just steal with your toes. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get this piece here because they have to print these in 2 dimensions. You have to fold it up and then make the bend. Now, if you were a sane person, they make a tool where you clamp down your piece and then you can flip up your stuff, your part, and you can manipulate it that way and it's secure. I don't own one of those. I do it the barbarian way with tweezers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it one end down because what's happening whenever I move it, I try to bend it, I'm bending it flat, twisting it instead of bending the way I want it to bend. So drop of glue won't fix. There you go. So, when it comes to these metal parts, you're going to have to use some sort of super glue. I like to use this Loctite Super Gel Control, mainly because it's got viscosity to it, so it doesn't flow everywhere, and it's real simple to use. It allows you to have more time with the part if it's not quite in the right position that you want it to be in. So what I'm going to do is I'll apply a little bit to this pad here, which is just a round cardboard from another project I was doing. Get a little bit of that there. I'll turn this down a bit. I don't know if that's coming up through stream or not. Kind of hoping it's not coming up through stream. That way I can upload this to YouTube. Okay, and then I'll find a sacrificial toothpick or some sort of applicator, which in this instance might just end up being a piece of wire. Like so. And I'll make a little eye for it out of it. And you will see this wire used multiple times in this build, probably. The reason I'm doing that is so it actually holds a little bit of the glue. Go dip that down in there. Take this. I'm just going to put a little dab of it. That's not a little dab of it. Just keeping it from getting stuck to the thing here. Cool. So we have one of these almost complete. I just got to bend up this little bit here, which is going to be a little bit easier now that it's separated. I got to keep in mind also I'm not putting my hand in that. And this can come over to here. Looks like these are a little bitty and fiddly. And I must have a little bit of that super glue on me. You're going to pay off the IRS for me. Mm-hmm. Here's the funny thing about me being so careful with this. You are never going to see this part. This part's behind the instrument panel, behind a greenhouse canopy. You won't see this. So we're going to let that dry, and then we'll set it off to the side, and we'll do the other one. We're going to take a quick break while that dries. It won't take long. It probably takes at most 30 seconds for that to dry. I want to make sure everything's somewhat secure. It's just tacky at the moment. I'm going to grab a snack, something to drink, and we will continue the build. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's make sure it's not stuck. It's not stuck. Move this over to here where we can have it out of the way. And it's on to the second one, which is probably going to be just as problematic as that one was. Okay. Instead of watching the camera, I should be watching where I'm putting the knife. Very important with doing photo etch is having a solid surface you can cut up against. And there we go, we got it. And we are done with this for the time being, because we don't need to be assembling this stuff yet. And I guess we could assemble this. You can't really see what I'm pointing to. I guess we could assemble this here, and just leave it off of the actual panel itself. But I find it easier to work from back forward, so yeah. And I'm going to try something new with this. There's a technique you can use on the back of these instrument panels here, where if you put a coat of gloss, clear, you can actually get like a film that's clear, and it'll look like there's actually like a gauge in there. So we might attempt that. But let's get this back in its protective baggie, and we are done. Well, welcome in, whoever is watching. This will be an interesting fold again. This is why having the right tool for the right job is important. And as I said, I don't know why I'm putting so much care and work into this piece, as you're never going to see this. Okay, that's as good as that's going to get. Not sure how well you can see what's going on here. I wish I can get it to focus. And that's now in the way. If we can at it from the other side. Feels like one of those surgery videos. Come on, just thread through the hole. That's all we need you to do. So there's this little strap that I'm trying to assemble here. It's almost there. And it goes through this hole on this buckle. I'll break the strap off if I'm not careful. I don't think that was necessarily new. Well, I don't even think a drop of glue is going to be necessary on that one. Okay. So now we got that done. It's onto some plastic. So for the instructions, we're going to want part number. $28. Now what I'm going to do, I locate part 28, take my clippers, nice and flush. As flush as it gets. This pair of clippers, it's kind of old, it's getting kind of beat up, and so I think it's about time for a new pair. You can go over here. I'm going to clean up the piece a little bit. These, I'll see if I can find a smaller cleaning pad. Now I got them. We'll just deburr. I think that's good enough. Did I miss a rate or something? Nope. So we got the got that cleaned up. Let me take a look at this and how this is supposed to go. So you can't see there's this little slant to this, and the rudder pedals just lay onto that. So I'll take my ever so trusty glue applicator. Go take a dab of that. I'm gonna put some glue on there. Take this. We'll apply rudder pedal numero uno to it, and let it set and dry, and we will do the next one. There's a few doing that. So I guess we'll do one more of those, and then I'm comfortable enough. I'll just glue it to the cockpit floor here. It looks like one of these throttle things broke off. I wonder if it's on the box. I'm wondering if I can heat up that flight stick and get it to straighten out a bit without melting everything else. That doesn't look like that's standing up right. facing back that way. I thought that was a piece of photo etch on this. I know it goes on this, and I don't see why it goes there, so. I know I said no painting, but there will be painting. That's just anything outside of my base coat. So this is going to be RLM2, which is a sort of gray color. I'm not going to show painting that. So next time you see probably this part here, it'll just be gray, and we'll go through and we'll be painting the little dials on here, or switches, the knobs on the all these levers, bullet or the triggers. All that's going to be painted, and then we'll start working on like our colored photo etch as well, and all that fun stuff. That should be dried, so we're moving on to the next one of these. Oh yeah, we got our rubber pedals. They don't look the prettiest, but they are of a realistic thickness. As I just knocked that one off. I may want to put more glue on that. Fuck! God damn it! Fuck. Let's get some fresh glue here. Not close enough. If I really wanted to, I could go through and make the brake line and the reservoir. Hold it there. Just holding it there. No, not that dry. Don't touch it. Actually, I'm going to move that to over here. Because we're going to change page here. I can go out here. I can go over here. Next is the seat, or the back seat, which is this, which has already got some of it. We'll do some cleanup on this. As you can see, there's some seam line here. I'm not really going to see the side of this too well. Let me see the back of it though. Anyone who's wondering about those cuts on my hand, I just got a puppy. It's scratch marks, bite marks from puppy. He's the cutest little thing. That might be good enough for our purposes. So there's a seat cushion that goes down into here. That's leather. We're not going to paint that because this all gets the RLM color. So we're going to leave that out. We're going to make the stand. I mean, I don't really need this to be as swiveling as, needed. I'm just going to have it. Because what they have us doing here is they have us drop a ring down into here. Oh, hold on. Maybe I glue the ring. We'll try that. We're going to look for J31. I think this was J. Yep. Confirm it's J. And 31. Again, take the sprue. Snip. Snip. I'd be kind of careful with doing that. Earlier today, I sent a piece across the room. Teeny little piece. Got that, and then G54. So it's D. C. G. Okay, now we have G located. We're now looking for 54. 54 right here. Go snip this free. We're gonna do that. So we're not gonna glue this. Actually, I'm gonna do a little bit of sanding on this side here, just a little. Because that could be a pin. Take this to here. Let me drop. That on there like so. And over the top of it. Oh, that's not my open glue. That's my open glue. Oh. And hopefully it doesn't necessarily glue it all the way down. Just sort of tacks it on there. Like that. And then there's two more these triangle pieces that go here and on the other side, and this goes down to the floor. There we go, look for that floor piece. For this back section. There it is. This is our gun bay floor. There that goes. See where the seat goes here. It's not looking too good for the old swivel chair here. So the capillary action's doing around. Just let the angle set right. There's what looks to be like a fuel tank that goes back here. It's a V6. Okay, B6. Some nice rivet detail in it. This one's B6. This one might require a little heavier duty sanding. Now, if we ever have really heavy duty sanding, I got a Dremel I keep up here. Oh, did somebody follow? Why is my... Thank you for the follow, Modella. I'm assuming I am pronouncing that correctly. I hope your evening is going well. I'm primarily a flight sim streamer. However, I happen to model, and I'm going to be starting this up as a weekly series on the channel. I also have a YouTube. I should probably make a link for. I haven't really uploaded anything in a while, but since I'm starting this sort of series thing, I'm probably going to be uploading the VODs from these up to it. So it's going good. We just got a new puppy named Draco. It's a white lab, 6 weeks old, and loving the hell out of him. You know, he is loving the hell out of my hand. I will trace this around like so. I will get that installed. Now, you gotta be careful in places like this because we don't want to cause fit issues for any of the other components that I've not yet dry fitted, which makes me feel like. So this is Eduard's 148th scale BF108 or 110E in 48th. I don't do many automobiles. I've done like one or two cars. I'm primarily an aircraft builder. I dabbled in things like ships, tanks. You'll see a little bit of all of that in this sort of series. The overall theme for this year is going to be Germany. I have a bunch of aircraft. I have like Junkers 87, Junkers 88, 2109 kits planned. I got some World War I stuff with two DR1s and a Gotha G4. I got a Panzer III we can do. We got a Chanel S100 we can do. And I mean, I have all kinds of stuff in other countries too, but I want to get my German collection down to a more manageable size. Actually, I'm trying to get all my big boxes out of the way, and all my big boxes seem to be German, so. So now that's drying. Let's check back in on this. I don't trust that. I really don't trust that being that way. I'm gonna find Jay again, and No, I'm trying to do this one should be J. We'll get yeah, 1919. So I'm gonna guess it's over. So this is J19. Now the picture in the diagram doesn't show these little pins. I'm not sure those are supposed to be there. I'm thinking that's sort of like a flash from the molding process. So we'll snip that off. And the format I upload this to YouTube in will be determined by if how well the audio in the background is coming through. Because I listen to music when I model. It's just something I do. And I'm listening to it on the radio. And I can't really, it's an old radio. I can't really hook my AirPods into it. So if it comes through, it comes through. If not, if it doesn't come through, I'll just upload the raw VOD probably. If it's no, I'll probably end up uploading both formats actually, both raw and then a time lapse. Sorry, I'm doing this sort of off the frame here. Just a little bit of cleanup. I'm just using a surface that's not the those of you who are not familiar with what a BF110 is, the BF110 is a twin-engine heavy fighter built by Messerschmitt during World War II as a heavy bomber, sort of like a fighter bomber type aircraft. The one we are doing served in Finland. Was during the winter of '44. I could be wrong on that date. I'll have to go to the back of the instruction manual and check. It's one of those times where I curse engineers. Okay, cool. Well, it's good at showing that stuff in there. Yeah, I need to update my stream schedule on my channel page. Um, what it's going to end up being is Saturday is scale modeling. Sunday is Sunday bluegrass, and that's where I'm in the flight sim. I fly either a Stearman, a J3 Cub, or a Cessna 170 around the state of Kentucky, listening to bluegrass. And then I'm trying to remember what Wednesday, it's Warbird. I fly either the J3 or the Stearman. What we're going to end up doing is we're going to take the Stearman down to Florida and pick up a T6 Texan, which will be added to the Warbird list of stuff we can do with the Warbird. Then on Friday, we'll do Ferry Flight Friday. And what that's going to be doing is we're going to be taking a Pitts biplane from Wisconsin to the Government of or Lower Peninsula of Michigan, and then from there we'll take that another Pitts. It's a this time instead of an S1, it's an S2 from the Lower Peninsula of Michigan to California. That one's going to be interesting to do. Yeah. and then the cycle will repeat back to Saturday. Okay, these rudder pedals should be somewhat dry. I can take this. Very fiddly. So you do 25th scale cars. What kind of cars do you do? Do you do like classic cars, race cars, exotic cars? So, I know a few car modelers locally. They do all sorts of things. And honestly, I'm really impressed with car modelers. I love the finishes you guys do on those cars. So next is it's not that seat. That seat's getting painted. That's getting painted. This seat needs work. That's ready for paint. So we have this. That one. I don't see why I can't just paint that piece, or build that piece into here, and then paint it. We'll see. I'll find out the hard way. Let's find out the hard way. Like I always do. I kind of estimated to spend 3 hours today doing this. I don't think we're going to end up taking 3 hours today to do this. Just because of how much was done before me starting on this. If you weren't here at the beginning, I had stated this was a gift from somebody in my model club, and they had started on it a little bit, and they built up this tub here. They didn't do the rudder pedals, and then they built up the seats a bit. This was like way early, like when I first joined the club, so that's kind of how backlogged I am on doing this. Same thing goes for the Stuka I have. The guy had bought a resin cockpit set, so we'll get to play a little bit with resin on that one. Same with the Junkers 88. The Junkers 88 has some resin wheels. I'm not sure I'm going to glue this down to the base. And in theory, since this is a swivel chair, it should not necessarily matter position I have it in. That would probably help me out if I did it sideways for what I want to do with it. Oh, it's a magazine spool. Okay, good catch, R5. Thank you. I thought it was a fuel tank, but that makes sense too, since there's a rear gun right here. This thing was more loaded with ammunition than I expected. Then that would be a bizarre place for a fuel tank. Well, granted. Ah, shit. Fucking fat fingers. Hey, not Slammery. I'll come in with the rate of 2. How are you doing tonight? Hi. How did the rest of your truck driving go? If you guys are into flight sim or truck sim or BeamNG, you should check out Not Slammery. If I can get, let's see if I can't get this raid, or this not raid, this shout out on mobile going. There we go. Welcome in. We are building the Eduard 148 skill BF110. Nice. Yes, we're building the Messerschmitt BF110. It's a heavy twin-engine fighter from World War II. The Germans used. This one is from the Eastern Front in Finland. Oh no. Traffic's already bad enough. That was my experience with driving in American Truck Sim. Was the drivers? To be fair, it was realistic. They were very unpredictable. And did just about anything and everything under the sun to fuck me over. Okay, come on. Okay, so I just increased the density. So yeah, we got that rear seat. Now I'm wondering if it would be easier to paint if I didn't attach it to the floor. It probably would be easier to paint if I didn't attach it to the floor. And we're not going to attach it to the floor. We're just going to cross our fingers and hope that it takes right. Next is J1, which I'm not sure if it's a good idea to go ahead and install this or not. This one here is J1, and what happens here is on this side, looks like there's two, what I'm going to assume are oxygen bottles that go on here that are going to be blue. So we're not going to install those. How dare you go to bed? It's fine. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for the raid. Good talking with you. Fly safe. Drive safe. And then on the underside of this are two cannons. But I think I'll be able to install all that even if I attach it now. South Africa in the morning. Making progress. It's that Cirrus knockoff. I don't know what's faster, that Cirrus knockoff or the Twin Beach. This is Brooklyn up here. $400. Before I cut myself open. Yeah. Okay. So I think that downward bend is a deformity in the part here. I'm just going to gently press it back into place. Hopefully it forms straight. And it looks like it's gone back straight. So yeah, it looks like it goes down on top. I'm sort of trying to match this image here along with one over here on the left that you can't see. So yeah, I have it oriented right. Okay. Oh, that is gross. I see how this works. Okay, this might need a little bit of... There's ever so little flashing on this. And part of this problem is this is one of their older, not necessarily releases, but boxings of this kit. So Edward started off more as a short run. I think they're still technically considered short run because I believe, if I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, uh, short run is an aluminum mold versus a steel mold. So it's more susceptible to minor deformities later on in the runs. Do a drop of glue there, a drop of glue there, a drop of glue here, and a drop of glue there. I'll work fast with it. This is extra thin, so it'll evaporate quick. And that goes. And there that goes. So there, we got that finished up. We'll do an extra run of glue along these seams here, just to give it some rigidity. Thank you for correcting me on that R5. It is technically a BF109, or not 110, not a ME110, like I've been calling it this whole stream. But I can't pronounce that shit, so it's going to be Messerschmitt. Hell, I barely pronounce English properly. So here comes a decision point. This is sort of a radio gunner, or like a radio operator position here. Do we want to do the seat unfolded or folded? Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's still a Messerschmitt, but you know, people on the internet get all kinds of. Hmm. I think we'll do it unfolded, or yeah, unfolded, and that's the seat we're gonna put the dog in. Maybe we'll see where the dog ends up, but we'll do it unfolded, and then we want to put the dog in the seat. Now, see you around R5. I'll have somebody go over the meeting with me. I'll hold off on installing that. After we finish up with this, what all do I got to do now? That gets painted, that gets painted. Cockpit wall, which doesn't really get much. And then I'm just looking at what I got to do over here. And, so, yeah, we'll build up this seat. We'll do this one here, which I should go grab a pen and circle so I don't forget that. So we're looking for J14. This is J, J14, J14. Basically, I'll get this to a stopping point tonight, and we'll stop on it. We'll then get everything painted over the week. After that, we'll come in, we'll have this all nicely painted, and we'll be ready to do detail painting and detailing in the cockpit. And that should take us a stream or two. We'll see. At most, I'll let these run 3 hours. I'm going to start sort of limiting myself when it comes to the streaming a bit more. So this is the top. And this drops down onto here. Like so. try to giving you a bit more of a idea of what I'm doing here. That looks a little better. Just like that. This way is pointing towards me as forward, so I should probably turn it sort of like that. That's forward. That's forward. I always like knowing my forward versus backwards. It's kind of a helpful thing to know. But yeah, we're not going to glue it in yet because we got a lot of little details we're going to paint and pick out on this. And we still got a bill line, so, and the seat's going to cover a little bit of that. And make it a little bit trickier if we do that. You know, same goes for the other seat. I will put it on here just to make sure it all lines up. Which it does for the most part. That's good. We did something right there. And we got J7 to go for. Not J7, J4. No, that's not J7, that's J4. But it looks like the part. No, you're just upset because no one's down there with you. I'll go downstairs and check on what's going on down there. Once I get this. I'm gonna guess since this is RLM colored. This is the RLM, I think 2 or whatever they're calling it. Yeah, 2. This seat would probably be metal, which, having been in all metal aircraft that set in the sun, probably not the most comfortable. But I will be back and we'll see what's going on with the dog. Okay, I'm back. Dog had to go pee. And, swap camera around here real quick. Those who are not familiar with Siri, here is Siri. She's the co-pilot. She used to sit with me when I flew in this chair, but since I got the new chair, she doesn't do that anymore. She just can't get into that old chair. Well, that's fine. I mean, that's up to you if you really want to do that. But you can't tell I'm really into aviation here. Yeah, let's get back to the model. Not sure how centered that is. Okay, I want G38. G. Okay. How to aileron trim. When you're talking about aileron trim, that's a little too advanced. Basically, if your airplane's rolling one way really hard, you just adjust the aileron trim. It's my understanding of aileron trim, at least. There you go, Siri. What am I looking for? 38. 33, 34, 35, 36, 41, 38. Okay. 38, right here. All agree that's 38. This is one of those pieces that's going to either snap or it's going to ping off into the ether, and it does neither. And there we go. This is probably the last piece that's not going to get cut off the. No, still got some stuff on the fuselage halves. It's fair they don't give me the pieces to make it the Night Fighter one. I really like the Night Fighter one. That's been sanded down. On the base, where does this go? Just there. I don't know how on stream that ended up being, actually. Shame. Yeah, that's the last interior, or like cockpit floor part that's going to be done. We got that, we got the seat, we got the floor itself, this seat here, this seat here. There you go. Yeah, that's kind of what I was suggesting doing is taking like two pieces of like cardstock or something, and then like soldering them on to the side just to give it a little bit more brace. Like it sounds like you did that sort of in a sense. Okay, C12. This is not C. This can be C. More plastic won't hurt. Um, C12. Okay, that's C12. Cool. I'll take a look at it after stream because I'm on my phone. Using my phone for the stream. And if I exit out of this, I've tried this before. It's hit or miss on if it drops the stream or not. And my computer's in another room, so if I was doing a smaller kit, I might have chosen to do this at I don't know how important that is. And then we want B5. And this piece goes like this. Perfect. So I have done a BF110 before. Now the BF110 I did was the Airfix 172nd scale kit. I'm not too happy with it. It was one I did. My grandfather was helping me out with it. But this was back in like 2016, and my grandfather was the one who got me into modeling. He got me into aviation, and he died in 2016. He had built one in 72nd, and it was the Eduard 172nd scale one. And I wanted to build one, so he got me one. It was an Airfix. It's a less advanced kit, and I wasn't too thrilled with how it turned out. It's currently hanging up on the ceiling of Flight Club 502 because I got tired of looking at it, and so this is what's replacing it. I don't like that big gap there. That's my anticipation on how tight of a fit that was going to be. Okay, we're going to look for B5. Let's see. Those are my bombs. That's G. This is J. Okay, this is B. That looks like a part. B5. I'm snapping this. And I think the angle that we're at right now is not best. Okay. That's a radio. Make that wet. So just slap them right in. There we go. Stay safe. Hopefully you don't catch a stray. Mmm. Is it a M1 Grand? Or is it a MG38? Or MG42? Or Thompson? I'm not liking that gap between that. We can push that up. Okay, so this is ready for paint. This is ready for paint. The other side, it's ready for paint, it looks like. This back bulkhead's ready for paint. We're looking at this page here now. That would be really hard to install. We might hold off on this part until this whole thing's assembled. Same with those. Those don't really get anything attached. Flat black. Okay, well, I think we might. Let me look at how that fits. We might hold off on that. when I get a big stub like that, I bring it over to here. Take my X-Acto. Knock it back. And hit it a little bit with the sander. So there's a little instrument that goes, or a gauge that goes right in here. A little notch. See that? And this goes right up against this. This is a fuselage for the most part. It'll probably be about yay long when this is done. And I might have some of this rivet detail. I mean, it's nothing like the newer kits, but it ain't half bad. So there's these really tiny little locator pins here. And that's okay. See how that fits. Yeah, we could get that gauge in there. It being like this. As an aircraft mechanic, I have to say, fuck that. You know, that is legally possible, I think. The hardest part about that, though, is that'd be expensive. So basically, from here forward is going to get the RLM gray. So, yeah. Because trust me, I would love to have a flying example of a BF110. That would be excellent. But I don't think that would be practical or possible. So how am I doing battery-wise here? Don't tell me. Fine. We're about done here. If I'm doing anything, it ain't a model. It's a true to the original, to the best of my ability. Now, this one has a bit more detail on the inside here. You got more of this plumbing, wiring, trim. So there's still some more PE we're gonna do here. So we're gonna start off with G31. That's RLM. G. I'm going to keep the radio off till it gets painted black. Also, for a model aircraft that size, I think I would have to have a license to fly it. I drank all that great. Well, what part number am I looking for here? 31. Yeah, 31. My middle finger's right on it. I always cut with the flush side. I mean, depending on the airplane you want to do, technically, no. You don't have to be one. There's a guy who built a 1-to-1 replica Spitfire. Now, not all of his parts were original Spitfire parts. And he had it certified as an experimental amateur built. Perfectly legal. And building an airplane is like building a giant Lego set. It really is. Um, when I built that RV-12, I've told you about, um, the way Vans presents their plans, and a lot of these aircraft kit manufacturers present their plans, it's put part A to part B to part C using this method. In the first two chapters is the different methods that they use in here to put together parts. They talk about stuff like the importance of deburring, the importance of whether or not you should make the decision to use a primer, which is very controversial to the Vans community, by the way. Either you do it or you don't. There is no in between. And one side's evil, the other side's not. Our aircraft received a anti-corrosion coating between all of our parts. So we got the map box installed. We'll look at what those PE parts look like. PE 18. Oh, that was a abrupt no warning from the AirPods. That's. That fan does not sound great. The Apple gods that it's time to stop and take a break for the night. Which I think we got to a good point where we're ready to spray for the RLM2. And what I do is I go on my phone, and I'll go over this next time too. And I have a chart downloaded of various paint mixes, and I've been very thrilled with how they come out. It makes a very good RLM2 and a lot of really good German colors. So I like it. That's what I'm going to use. I'm going to be using Tamiya paints on the majority of this. I do have some Vallejo. I might use the Vallejo. We'll see. But yeah, so far we got the matte box in on this. I was going to do the trim wheel. Didn't happen. We got the one panel in this. Not really sure why it needed to be a whole panel. We got this seat here built up, the radio operator seat, and I guess reloader. We got our rudder pedals put on here. Not the prettiest method, but they're on there. We got the gunner seat made. We got the rear fuselage wall mostly built up. And we got the fuselage floor mostly built up. Next time you see this will all be painted. Once it's all painted, we'll go in, we'll be doing our detailing work. We'll get the photo etch all on there, all the seat belts will go on, the seats will go together finally. We'll glue all that down. We'll do our detail painting. We got a lot of little switches on here, and dials and levers that will be painted. Well, that's going to be painted. Let's see who all's live that we can raid out to. Let's head out to Jesse. Is there a way I can comment on here? Yeah, it's not gonna like that. / raid. Just 1930. Okay, that's a capital J. I hate that about this phone. It was a breakout year for that 1936. Did we create the raid? I don't see where it created the raid. Oh, there it goes. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, I will see you guys next time. Fly safe, model safe. See you guys next time. See ya.